I always want to do that, turn around in my chair. Happy Saturday. It is the 4th of December, and for today's Advent calendar gift, I want to talk about blocks. Now, blocks can go really, really deep, and they can also be really, really simple. But for the nature of this gift and to not overwhelm anybody, I'm going to keep it simple. But if you were just a little bit curious about what I meant when I said it could go deep, I'm talking about like blocks within your chakras, within your energy fields, within your meridian centers, with, if you believe in it, like your ancestral lines and karmic chains and all of those kind of stuff. That is somewhat woo-woo, probably could be measured by science if it was looked into, in terms of like if you look at the work of Dr. Joe Dispenza in terms of heart and head coherence and all that kind of stuff. But I want to keep it simple today. So what I want to talk about is what blocks have you put in your own path without even realizing it. Now, I study lots of different people online, really successful people and really spiritual people. And it's so fascinating that even millionaires still have blocks. You know, the blocks in terms of the way they speak, with their I am statements, sabotaging behaviors or limiting beliefs. So think about it this way. What is it that you want to have happen right now? And what's stopping you from getting there? What blocks are potentially in place that you've put there all by yourself, either through limited thinking, lack of self-belief, the language that you're using, or you're sabotaging it before you're getting in your own way. You get in your own way before you actually reach a point of success. So first of all, do you want to remove them? I know that might sound like a trick question, but you'd be surprised how some people still want to remain somewhat hidden. But if you go, no, I want to take action, I want to remove the blocks, the first thing that you have to do, and you're going to be like, that's so obvious, is just become aware of them. Because they are so sneaky and so hidden sometimes, and you know the way they show up in our behaviors. You can't tackle something that you're not aware of. So my first piece of advice for you today is get aware of your blocks. Become aware of what is stopping you from getting to where you want to be. Is it personality traits? Is it lack of self-belief, mindset? Is it maybe some skills that you need to look at? But what blocks are in your way when you think about the path that you want to walk down to get you to the place where you want to be in terms of future desired goals? And what blocks are potentially in the path that you have the power to remove, the ones within you. So the first thing you want to do is become aware of them. So you'll see that I talked about journaling on one of the other days. I want you to maybe start using your journal to notice when you are talking negatively to yourself, and when you're saying I am statements. So for example, I've heard people say, oh, I'm an all in or all out kind of person. So I'm either, eating really well and really clean, or I'm on the sofa eating cookies or eating KFC. Or somebody might say, I either get really drunk or I don't drink at all. That is a limiting belief. That is you restricting yourself and saying an I am statement. So when you go, oh, I am not fit, or I can't do that, that is not me. It's got like a beginning and an end, and it's very, very final. So be really, really careful of those I am statements that you're saying. And if they still you perceive them to be true, alter the form of the sentence. So for example, I really love feeling fit and healthy, but I don't particularly enjoy doing it. And I sometimes lack a little bit of confidence when it goes to lifting weights and all those kind of things. And I used to get really nervous before going to like CrossFit classes and things like that. So I would say, instead of saying, I'm really no good at these classes and I always end up coming last, which is like, to me was like a fact, I would then say, I am getting fitter and stronger every day. I am getting fitter and stronger every day. And I chant it on the way in the car. So 2 things for you to do: become aware of your blocks, write them in your journal. 2, Monitor those I am statements that you're saying and reframe them so that they don't have a beginning and an end. They are actually growing and changing and have flexibility in them, and you have the power to change them. And 3, really, really monitor that inner voice and those beliefs. So those limiting beliefs are blocks in the way of you getting to where you want to be. And a belief is something that you perceive to be true, but it's not a fact. You might think you can gather a load of evidence to back it up, but why don't you ask yourself the question, is this belief serving me? The chances are it might be serving you because it might be keeping you safe, but it might be restricting you drastically in terms of you getting to where you want to be. So I hope those helped. Become aware of your blocks, and here that was a few. Sorry, I'm really itchy. Get those jumpers. Become aware of your blocks. Make a note of them. Monitor your I am statements. Start challenging yourself, and slowly but surely strike them out of your path. Clear that path and get to where you want to be. Yes. Okay. Have a great day.